What if I told you that the burning pain or numbness in your hands and feet could actually be reversed, not by painkillers or another quick fix, but by giving your nerves the exact building blocks they've been begging for all along? I used to think nerve damage was something you just live with as you get older, but the truth is, the body has an incredible ability to repair itself if you give it the right tools. And here's where the debate begins: Alpha-Lipoic Acid versus B12. Which one really is the best vitamin for nerve healing? Which nerve repair supplements actually work? And which ones are just hype? Stick with me, because by the end of this video you'll have the clarity to know exactly what your body needs, not just to numb the pain, but to rebuild your nerves from the inside out. Let's start with a simple question. Have you ever wondered why some people take every vitamin under the sun, yet their nerve pain never goes away? Maybe you've tried a B12 shot or a supplement someone swore by, but you still wake up at night with that uncomfortable tingling. This is not your fault. Most people don't know how these vitamins work or why timing and dosage matter. In just a few minutes, I'll show you a surprising truth about alpha-lipoic acid and B12, and why combining the two with small lifestyle changes might just be the missing link in real nerve recovery. We'll also dive into stories from people just like you who felt hopeless until they discovered the right balance of nerve repair supplements. I promise, by the time we reach part 7, you'll know the biggest mistakes to avoid that quietly block healing for so many seniors. So if you're ready to find the best vitamin for nerve healing and learn why the right approach can completely change how your body feels, let's dive in, because the path to nerve repair starts right here. Number 1. Neuropathy explained: why your nerves cry for help. Here's a question that might surprise you. What if that burning, tingling, or numbness in your feet and hands isn't just random pain, but your nerves crying out for help, trying to tell you something deeper? Neuropathy sounds like a scary medical word, but at its core, it means your nerves are struggling to communicate. Think of nerves like electrical wires wrapped in insulation. When that insulation, called myelin, wears down or gets damaged, signals between your brain and your body get fuzzy. That's when you feel those odd sensations, like pins and needles, or as if your feet are walking on cotton. Did you know that one of the most common reasons nerves fail is simply a lack of nutrients, not some irreversible condition? Research from the Journal of Neurology shows that vitamin deficiencies, especially B vitamins, can slow nerve signal speed by up to 50%. Imagine your nerves trying to send a message, but half the words are missing. Take my neighbor Bill, for example. He's 64, used to love evening walks, but he told me his feet felt like they were on fire at night. When he finally saw a specialist, they discovered low B12 levels were the main culprit. Once he fixed that, the burning pain started to fade in weeks. It wasn't magic, it was simply giving his nerves what they were missing. The lesson here is simple: your body is smart, it's always sending signals. Pain, numbness, or weakness is often your nervous system saying, "I need fuel, I need care." Ignoring it, or just masking the pain with pills, only delays real healing. Now here's where it gets interesting. Among all the vitamins for nerve repair, one stands out as the ultimate myelin builder, the nutrient your nerves can't live without. And that's exactly what we'll uncover next in number 2. Vitamin B12, the myelin builder. What if I told you that the strength of your nerves depends on one tiny vitamin, a vitamin so powerful that without it, your nerves slowly lose their ability to protect themselves? Vitamin B12 is like the construction crew for your nervous system. Its main job is to rebuild and maintain the myelin sheath, that protective coating around your nerves. Without strong myelin, signals from your brain to your body get scrambled, causing those sharp pains, numbness, or that strange burning in your feet and hands. Research published in the Journal of Neurological Sciences found that low levels of B12, especially in older adults, were directly linked to higher rates of nerve damage and slower recovery. The good news: When B12 levels are restored, the nerve fibers can start repairing themselves, just like fixing frayed electrical wires, so the current flows smoothly again. Do you know why B12 deficiency is so common after 50, even for people who eat well? It's because our stomach produces less acid with age, and that acid is what helps release B12 from food. So even if you're eating steak or fish, your body may not be absorbing enough of it. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's 61, a retired teacher who thought her constant tingling in the hands was arthritis. When she finally had her B12 checked, the results showed she was borderline deficient. After just 3 months of B12 supplementation under her doctor's guidance, she not only felt her nerve pain ease, but her energy levels came back too. She told me, "It's like I got my spark back." Here's the small but important lesson. Don't wait until nerve pain gets worse. Ask your doctor to check your B12 levels, especially if you feel fatigue, memory lapses, or strange tingling sensations. A simple blood test can change everything, and in many cases, the right form of B12, such as methylcobalamin, can be more effective than the standard synthetic type. Now, while B12 builds and restores, there's another nutrient that acts like a shield, protecting your nerves from ongoing damage caused by free radicals and inflammation. We're about to dive into this powerful ally next in number 3, Alpha-Lipoic Acid, ALA, the antioxidant shield. Here's a question for you. What if I told you there's a single compound that can slip inside both water and fat in your cells and quietly start repairing the very damage that's been hurting your nerves? That's what alpha-lipoic acid, or ALA, does. ALA is like a double-duty bodyguard for your nervous system. It works deep inside your cells, protecting them from oxidative stress, which is one of the main reasons nerves become inflamed or damaged over time. Oxidative stress is like rust forming on metal, but instead of a fence or a car, it's your nerves that get rusty and weak. ALA steps in as a powerful antioxidant, neutralizing these harmful free radicals before they can do more harm. Research in the Diabetes Care Journal shows that ALA can significantly improve nerve function, especially in people with neuropathy caused by diabetes. In one study, participants who took 600 mg of ALA daily for 3 weeks reported less pain, less tingling, and better nerve sensitivity. The best part, it doesn't just protect, it also improves how your cells use energy, helping tired nerves wake up and function better. Did you know ALA is one of the rare antioxidants that can cross into the brain? This means it not only protects your nerves in your hands and feet, but it also supports brain health, focus, and memory. This is why some doctors now recommend ALA for both nerve repair and healthy aging. Let me share a story. Tom, 64, was struggling with constant burning in his feet. He tried creams, painkillers, even expensive shoes, but nothing worked for long. When he added ALA to his daily routine, alongside a balanced diet and light walking, within a month he said, "It's like someone turned the pain volume down." It wasn't magic, it was simply giving his body the missing shield it needed. Here's the lesson we can take from Tom. Sometimes it's not about adding more painkillers or stronger medications. It's about strengthening the body's natural defense system, so healing can actually happen. Now this brings us to an important question. Between B12 and ALA, which one is better for nerve repair? Or could it be that we actually need both to get the full benefits? We'll break that down in number 4. B12 versus ALA, which is better? Or do we need both? Here's a question that gets asked all the time. If you had to choose just one supplement for nerve repair, would it be vitamin B12 or alpha-lipoic acid? Which one truly makes the difference? The surprising truth is that comparing B12 and ALA is like comparing the foundation of a house to its roof. Both are essential, but they do very different jobs. B12 focuses on rebuilding the myelin sheath, that protective coating around your nerves, while ALA protects the nerves from ongoing damage caused by oxidative stress. Think of B12 as the builder and ALA as the shield. Without B12, your nerves can't repair or send signals properly. Without ALA, the damage keeps coming back because your cells are under constant attack. So which one is better? Science says they work best when they work together. A 2012 study in diabetic medicine showed that patients with neuropathy who took both B12 and ALA experienced faster improvements in nerve sensitivity and pain relief compared to those who took either alone. This synergy is powerful because while B12 repairs, ALA protects and energizes. Let's put this into a real-world example. Imagine fixing a leaky roof while ignoring the rainstorm overhead. That's like taking only B12 without ALA. You're repairing, but the damage might continue. On the other hand, taking only ALA is like stopping the storm but never fixing the roof. You need both to truly feel the difference. Lesson learned: don't think of these nutrients as rivals, think of them as teammates. One helps your body build stronger, healthier nerves. The other ensures those nerves stay protected and fully functional. Now there's a challenge many people don't even realize. Even if you're taking B12 and ALA, your body might not be absorbing them properly, especially as we get older. Why does this happen, and what can we do about it? We'll uncover this in Number 5. Hidden deficiencies. Why many seniors do absorb these nutrients. Here's something most people never hear from their doctor. You can take all the vitamin B12 or alpha-lipoic acid you want, but if your body can't absorb them, it's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. The truth is, as we age, our digestive system slows down, stomach acid decreases, and the ability to extract key vitamins from food drops dramatically. For B12, this is especially critical. B12 needs stomach acid and a protein called intrinsic factor to be absorbed, but many seniors don't produce enough of either. The result, even with a healthy diet, deficiency sneaks up quietly. Real example: I knew a man named Peter, a 68-year-old who ate plenty of eggs and fish. Yet he felt constant tingling in his hands and feet. His doctor discovered his B12 levels were very low. It wasn't about what he ate. It was about what his body couldn't process anymore. Research backs this up. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that nearly 20% of adults over 60 have a B12 deficiency. Not because they don't eat enough of it, but because their stomach lining can't release the vitamin properly. Alpha-lipoic acid faces a different problem. It's naturally present in small amounts in foods like spinach and broccoli. But it's hard to get enough from diet alone to make a real therapeutic difference. Most people need supplements for nerve repair, yet if your gut health is compromised, think acid reflux medications or long-term antacids, your absorption can still suffer. Lesson learned: the challenge isn't just what you take, but how your body can use it. Sometimes it's about choosing active or sublingual forms of B12 that bypass digestion, or pairing ALA with a small amount of healthy fat for better uptake. And sometimes it's about healing your gut first, so all these nutrients can finally do their job. Now that you understand why deficiencies are often hidden, the next question is, how much of these nutrients do you actually need, which foods truly deliver them, and which supplements are worth your time and money? Let's dive into that in Number 6, dosages, food sources, and best supplements. Here's a question that comes up every time. How much is enough to actually make a difference, and what's the safest way to get it? Most people guess. They pick up a random bottle at the store, or hope that eating a few healthy meals will cover everything. But when it comes to nerve repair, both vitamin B12 and alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, need to reach therapeutic levels, otherwise they're just another item on your shelf doing very little. Let's start with B12. For healthy adults, the recommended daily allowance is tiny, just 2-4 micrograms, but for nerve repair, experts often suggest much higher doses, ranging from 500 to 1,000 micrograms daily in supplement form. This isn't about taking too much, because B12 is water-soluble and your body flushes out the excess. It's about making sure enough of it gets into your system, especially if absorption is a problem. Food sources of B12 include eggs, salmon, sardines, and fortified plant milks. But here's the catch. Even if you eat these foods, you may not absorb enough, which is why sublingual forms or injections are sometimes recommended. One 2016 study in Nutrients confirmed that high-dose oral B12 supplements are just as effective as injections for many people, as long as the dose is high enough. Now, alpha-lipoic acid is a different story. We naturally get small amounts from spinach, broccoli, and organ meats. But for nerve protection, studies often use between 300 and 600 milligrams daily, usually in divided doses. A 2020 review in Antioxidants found that ALA at 600 mg per day reduced nerve pain in diabetic neuropathy patients, while also improving glucose metabolism and reducing inflammation. Real-life example. A friend of mine, Susan, was struggling with burning feet at night. She started taking 500 micrograms of B12 sublingually in the morning and 300 mg of ALA with lunch. Within 4 weeks, she said the tingling had eased and her energy was better. It wasn't overnight magic, but it was consistent improvement. Lesson learned: dosage matters, timing matters, and the form you choose can make all the difference. If your B12 is low, a simple methylcobalamin lozenge under the tongue may do more than a regular pill. If you're trying ALA, pairing it with a small meal or a bit of healthy fat can improve absorption. But here's the thing, even with the best supplements, many people still make mistakes that slow down nerve healing without even realizing it. In the next part, we'll uncover the 3 costly mistakes that might be holding you back and how to avoid them. Let's dive into number 7, 3 costly mistakes when treating nerve pain. Here's a question I hear all the time. Why do some people try everything and still feel that burning, tingling, or numbness in their hands and feet? The truth is, it's not always because the treatment doesn't work. Sometimes it's because of hidden mistakes that quietly block progress. Let's talk about the 3 most common ones so you can avoid them starting today. Mistake number 1, depending only on painkillers. Many seniors rely on over-the-counter pills or prescription medications, hoping they'll fix the root cause. But painkillers only silence the signal. They don't heal the damaged nerves. A 2018 study in pain medicine found that common nerve pain drugs, while helpful for short-term relief, did little to repair nerve function. The real fix comes from feeding your nerves what they need, like B12 to rebuild the myelin sheath, and alpha-lipoic acid to shield them from oxidative stress. The lesson here: relief is good, but true recovery takes a different path. Mistake number 2, ignoring blood sugar and inflammation. Even if you don't have diabetes, spikes in blood sugar can damage small nerve fibers over time. Chronic inflammation is like fire slowly burning the insulation around your nerves. One of my neighbors, Steve, was eating healthy snacks like granola bars, but his nerve pain got worse. When he switched to whole foods, balanced his meals with more vegetables, and started ALA for its antioxidant power, he saw steady improvement in 8 weeks. Research backs this up. A 2019 review in Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice shows that combining antioxidants with stable blood sugar levels can reduce neuropathy symptoms by nearly 30%. Mistake number 3, taking the wrong form or dose of vitamins. This is a big one. Not all B12 or ALA supplements are created equal. Cyanocobalamin, the cheap form of B12, is poorly absorbed by many older adults, especially if stomach acid is low. Methylcobalamin, on the other hand, is much easier for the body to use. The same goes for ALA, where the stabilized RLA form can be up to 50% more bioavailable than standard ALA. I once tried a random B12 tablet and felt no change. But when I switched to a sublingual methylcobalamin lozenge, it was like flipping a light switch for my energy and nerve comfort. The small takeaway here, it's not about taking more, it's about taking smarter. And when you avoid these mistakes, you give your body a real chance to heal rather than just masking the pain. Now, I know advice is good, but real stories can show you what's truly possible. In the next part, you'll meet Jack, a man who thought his feet would never stop tingling, yet in just 3 months, he regained a sense of freedom he thought was gone for good. Let's step into number 8. Real story. How Jack regained his feeling in 3 months. Have you ever felt like your body was trying to send you a message, but you didn't know how to listen? Jack was in that exact place, and his story is proof that the right steps can change everything. Jack is 64, a retired truck driver who spent decades sitting behind the wheel, living on quick meals and endless cups of coffee. One morning, he realized his feet felt like blocks of wood, no sensation, no warmth, just constant tingling at night that robbed him of sleep. He told me, "It felt like I was walking on cotton, and I was scared I'd lose my balance one day." Here's what made the turning point. Jack decided he wasn't going to accept that numbness was just part of aging. He started simple, switching his daily B12 to the methylcobalamin form, about 2,000 mcg under the tongue every morning. According to a 2017 study in Nutrients, this form of B12 is up to 3 times more effective at repairing the myelin sheath compared to standard cyanocobalamin, which may explain why Jack began feeling subtle warmth returning to his toes after just 4 weeks. But he didn't stop there. He added Alpha-Lipoic Acid, starting with 300 mg twice a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. This antioxidant shield helped calm the nerve inflammation that had been screaming for years. He said the burning sensation, which used to flare up every night, started to feel less like fire and more like a faint tingle by the second month. Jack also made a small but powerful shift. He walked barefoot on his lawn for 5 minutes each morning, letting his nerves feel texture, temperature, and reconnect with the world. It sounds simple, but research in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience shows that gentle sensory stimulation, combined with key nutrients like B12 and ALA, can reawaken nerve pathways. The lesson from Jack's journey: it's not about doing everything at once. It's about consistency, small steps, and giving your nerves what they need to repair from the inside out. In 3 months, Jack didn't just regain feeling in his feet, he regained confidence. He told me, "I feel like I can trust my own body again." This story shows us that nerve repair isn't impossible. It just needs the right mix of nutrition, patience, and small daily actions. Now, how can we give your body the same boost Jack found? That's where lifestyle habits step in, ones that go beyond supplements, ones that supercharge healing and keep your nerves strong for years. Let's move into number 9. Lifestyle boosters: movement, omega-3, and stress control. What if the final piece to heal your nerves isn't in a pill bottle, but in the way you move, eat, and calm your mind every single day? Let's start with movement. When you're dealing with nerve pain, it's tempting to stay still, to avoid discomfort. But gentle movement is like turning the lights back on for your nervous system. Simple activities like walking in the morning sun, stretching your calves against a wall, or doing light resistance band exercises send signals that tell your body, these nerves still matter, keep them alive. A study published in Journal of Neurorehabilitation and Neural Repair showed that low-impact exercises, done 3 times a week, significantly improved nerve function and balance in older adults within 12 weeks. It's not about heavy workouts, it's about consistent motion, like telling your body every day, "I'm here, I'm still strong." Now let's talk about omega-3. This healthy fat is like the repair crew for your nerve cells, especially the myelin sheath, the protective coating that lets your nerves send messages smoothly. Wild salmon, sardines, chia seeds, or flax seeds are all rich in omega-3. But if those aren't on your plate, a high-quality fish oil supplement with EPA and DHA can make a real difference. Research in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that omega-3s help reduce inflammation in damaged nerves, improving both sensation and pain relief. Think of it as giving your nerves the oil they need to move without friction. And here's something most people overlook. Your stress levels can either help your body heal or shut it down completely. When you're constantly in fight or flight mode, your body floods with cortisol, which blocks nerve regeneration and makes pain worse. The fix isn't complicated. 5 minutes of slow breathing, a quiet cup of tea in the afternoon, or listening to calming music before bed can shift your body back into repair mode. Magnesium, which we've talked about, works even better when your mind is calm and your nervous system is ready to heal. The small lesson here, supplements like B12 and ALA are powerful, but they need the support of your lifestyle, your movement, your diet, and your stress management. When you combine these, you're not just easing pain, you're rebuilding the foundation of your health from the ground up. So, how do we tie it all together and give your nerves the best chance to heal fully? That's what we'll uncover in Your Nerves Can Heal with the Right Tools. Take a moment, think about everything we've covered today. We've uncovered why neuropathy isn't just random pain, but a signal that your nerves are crying out for help. You've learned how vitamin B12 rebuilds the myelin sheath, how alpha-lipoic acid acts like a shield against oxidative stress, and how lifestyle boosters like omega-3, gentle movement, and stress control can multiply the healing effect. These aren't just theories, they're real tools that people like Jack have used to take back their life and feel alive again. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this: your body is designed to heal, but you need to give it the right building blocks and the right signals. Maybe it's starting with a simple B12 supplement, adding an extra walk to your day, or just practicing a moment of calm breathing tonight before bed. Small changes, done consistently, can bring surprising results. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these steps are you going to try first? Do you have questions about B12 or alpha-lipoic acid, or maybe a success story like Jack's? Share it in the comments. Your story might be the spark someone else needs. If this video gave you even one useful insight, hit the like button. It truly helps more people find these tips. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next video will dive into the hidden nutrient combinations that repair not just your nerves, but also boost your energy and mood. You don't want to miss that. So stay curious, stay kind to your body, and remember, your healing journey doesn't end here, it's just getting started.